We're back with the bad vibe with Dwight and Jeremy.
This is episode 137.
It is.
All right, so Beirut.
Oh yeah.
All right, so Monday I think it was, right?
The master of disaster.
I was at work and then like this guy was like, "Hey man, you hear that about that explosion?" I was like, "No." I probably had a hard on.
You were sitting on the edge of your seat. You're like, "Tell me more, tell me more."
I was like, "What? Where?
Can you show me a corpse?"
You know, I was like, "Was it New York?" No, but I was thrilled. I was like, "What? Where?" And then he was like, "I don't know, it's some other country." And I was kind of like,
"Yeah." You're like,
"Yeah, man, they always get the good stuff."
The closer it is to your own house without being your own house, the better.
You know,
if my neighbor's house blew up, we'd have fucking 10 episodes straight.
Yeah,
talking about that. It would be awesome. Yeah. My son would be sad because he loves our neighbor.
Yeah, there's like pieces of like him in your yard, you know, like
it's like a little part of him is always with you. Colin's like, I know. I'm like, no, I mean, some of it got on the roof.
Yeah, you're like, it's hanging off your ear.
Yeah.
But no, like the closer it is to home, the better, right? You know, I mean, the more of the story, the more real it seems, I guess.
We've reiterated this a million times.
I've seen a lot of movies with explosions, and that's what it just seems like when I'm watching the news.
But yeah, exactly.
But if you can smell the smoke, you know it's real.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? That's 4D or whatever. 4D.
But I want my house to shake a little.
You know? Yeah.
Not just because I have a really bad foundation. You know, and I do. It's getting bad in there.
Anyways. So Beirut, right?
Beirut, Lebanon. Yeah. Sounds like lesbian, right?
Yeah.
When I heard Beirut, I just thought Babe Ruth, and I was trying to think of, you know, it's like the Colossal of Crush. You know, there's so many jokes.
The fireworks stand from hell. So that's what they said it was.
They said there was a fireworks stand, which I want to see fireworks there.
A fireworks stand.
That's what they said. And some white trash guy sitting out front chewing on a piece of hay. There's like a hot
snakes and sparklers.
Yeah, there's like a hot but trashy girl that's questionably underage, maybe.
I want to make a meme.
That's what you always see there.
The Indian off of Joe Dirt. I want to have a picture of him.
There must be.
I'm sure there has to be.
I've already heard somebody make the joke that the snakes and sparklers were the first things to go. Yeah, it's just that easy. It's too easy. But apparently it was like a fireworks thing, and then somehow there was like a ship parked in the building or something that had like nuclear stuff on. Like, why? It's like, hey, where should we keep the nukes? It's like, how about in the fireworks stand?
They'll never think it's there.
Yeah. It's like what could possibly go wrong?
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, it's this crazy. The video of it is like, it's amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's such a cool thing to see because, like you said, you can see movies. Like you said, when you see that, it's like it's on a movie because it's so far away. Mm-hmm. But when it's on a movie, you're like, yeah, but nobody really got hurt.
70 people died and 4,000 people got injured.
How only 70 people died?
Yeah. But a lot of people got to see a great fireworks show.
Worth it.
Right?
But
they're sitting back eating popcorn, going, ooh, all right.
You got to admit, though, like...
There's like a wave of, like, air and stuff that hit them.
70 people dying sounds low, but how big the explosion was. But normally it's only 1 or 2 people working a fireworks stand.
They're like, no, like people, not Lebanese people, right? They're like, I don't know, there might have been 1 million.
The numbers only count white people.
They're like, we actually stopped counting after 70.
The numbers only count white people.
They're like, they look so much alike. I thought we just kept counting the same one. No, yeah, they only count white people. There was tourists there.
For the longest time in our country, that's what it was. When you'd hear about something, it's like 80 people died, and like they're just black people just laid dead everywhere, and nobody. Yeah. It's like, yeah, we said people.
Yeah.
Now black people are people too, apparently, and so that's why our numbers are so much. Because my thought was, how could that have such low numbers? Of 9/11 had, but I guess that wasn't like a building where people worked, right? It was like a storage thing.
Yeah, I mean, there's like a couple of people in there, like, boxing up.
Upselling. You know? Fireworks stands are the best at upselling.
Yeah.
We went a while back, and they have a lot of stuff that appeals to my son because of his, like, sensibilities. Mm-hmm. Like, they have, like, a little fireworks that looks like a rocket and a tank and a gun and stuff. And so we were just going to buy, like, you know, a good amount of fireworks. Like, you know, I wasn't worried about spending, like, maybe $20 or $30. And they just asking him. They look at him, they're like, do you want one that looks like a sword that sparks come out the end? And he's like, yeah. And they're like, do you want this tank that rolls and fires? And like, And he's like, yeah. And I was like, just stop asking him. Yeah. Of course he wants that, because once you show him this thing that is so amazing to him, it's like tits to him. And you ask him if he wants it, he says, yes. Now I'm a dickhole if I'm like, no, son, just snakes and sparklers. You know? So we ended up spending like $35.
Yeah.
We actually never did shoot them off.
On a couple snakes and one sparkler. Actually, you get a lot of sparklers.
No, we have a lot of fireworks, like a lot of cool shit.
You still have them?
Yeah, because...
discount. You buy them afterwards, you get them a little cheaper.
No, we bought them before. Oh. We bought them before the 4th of July, but that night, my wife ended up going, her brother shot fireworks, so she went there. So we were going to wait until we were all together to shoot them, and then just time got away from us, and then...
The 11 had a nice fireworks show.
I mean, that is...
That must be their 4th of July. August 3rd, or whatever it was.
It's...
Right?
It
was August 3rd, wasn't it?
I don't know.
Well, what was it over there? Was it already August 4th?
Freedom there.
Was it already August 4th? You know, like they're like in the future.
Who knows where Lebanon is?
Yeah.
I would have a better chance of throwing a dart in his
barely there anymore, right?
Dude.
Right?
There's a crater.
Is there a crater?
Yeah, dude. Like it flattened like the whole town.
Wow.
Like if you look, it didn't just like that building blew up.
I saw like a map where they were showing like where like they had like issues, and it was like everywhere. They're like, normally it's only in a small area. It's weird how big of an area it covered.
It looks like a nuke. Like it looks like a nuclear bomb. Yeah. Like a very small one, I guess. The Japanese are like amateurs.
Yeah.
Like this. One building and a couple of houses got messed up.
Yeah.
You know, they're like, my kid was born with 11 fingers on one hand. You know, 75 years
like,
later.
He's great at the guitar. He's a pianist.
Oh shit.
He's a pianist. But
they're not.
No. He's got 2 dicks.
If you see a Japanese dude with a huge dick, it's because his grandpa was exposed to radiation in 1945.
Like a Hulk dick.
Yeah, but anyway,
it's green.
I'm green with envy. Anyway, dude, there's something I had to tell you.
Okay. Is it about an explosion?
No, I exploded with laughter when I saw it. Have you seen the show? The new show on Netflix,
no.
Love on the Spectrum.
I just haven't.
Love on the Spectrum.
No.
Oh.
As soon as you said show on Netflix, no, I already know.
Well, you need to watch it.
Love on the Spectrum.
It's like a TLC type show where they follow these fucking retards. Like they're really retarded. They're like autistic, and they're trying to get them to start dating.
Oh God.
Oh, dude.
Why do they want them to breed? Right?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. You're like, look, God made a mistake. We don't have to repeat it.
Yeah.
No, it's hilarious because what they do is they take like one of them. I'm not gonna lie. One of them was I would fuck her. She looked kind of young though. She wasn't, but she kind of looked younger. But she wasn't bad looking, but until she talks, because she's deaf.
Oh.
So when she talks...
She's deaf and retarded?
Oh, not just deaf and retarded. There's more.
Oh, gosh.
And Australian.
Oh,
imagine, just try to think of what a
How has she survived being Australian like that?
Just try to imagine what a
You have to be on your game to live there.
A deaf, retarded Australian talks like. It almost cancels out. She almost just sounds normal. But she's like, but she's pretty. Like she is whatever retard lands
Australian chicks, some of them are,
yeah, whatever. Like
I mean, not those ones that look like they're like black cavemen or whatever. You know, those people don't look
Aboriginals.
Good. Yeah, they don't look like. they don't look.
They're like with black people didn't have all the cool stuff. Like if they, you know what I mean. If that's what black people in America were like, I'd be okay with.
They got their like loincloth sagging. You know what I mean? It seems like they wear stuff like that. They're like tribe people, right?
Yeah, they're like real. Yeah, they carry spears and shit.
I don't think we have any listeners.
We actually have listeners in Australia. Maybe one of them is a deaf, retarded.
We won't anymore. No. How is she listening?
Yeah, no,
the vibrations. She thinks it's good vibrations. Bad vibrations.
She has hearing aids in. I'm telling you, she's like kind of pretty.
Okay.
And then there's another one that, like, if you don't pay attention to her face at all, is fuckable. And like, back when you were younger, when you like never got laid, if you knew you could with her, you would maybe. But her face is like just too Australian, and she's also the least like retarded. She seems like she could like function.
The least retarded.
Yeah, like she could like. I mean, some of them are like There's just one. This is even better.
She's pretarded.
There's this one dude. He is Asian, Australian, autistic.
She's got 46 and a half chromosomes. Okay,
anyway, Asian, autistic, Australian. But he's the most, like, he has, like he'll never be able to live on his own, it seems. He's, like, pretty out there. But anyway, so they set these, I got it in my notes so I'd remember. I got a few keywords in my notes. So the one that I said was...
the hot one.
Yeah, I think it was her. She's on a date with this dude. Yeah, it's her. She's on a date with this dude, and they're sitting at this real nice restaurant, and just ruining the date of everybody else there. Because, you know, you're on a date.
Yeah, they're all looking, yeah.
Yeah, you're on a date, you're
all
watching
gonna
that.
propose, but I forgot.
Like, what are you going to, like, you're going to get proposed and there's a car wreck in front of you, you're not going to look, you know?
Yeah.
So, and she tells the dude, she's like, have you ever, like, dated or anything? He's like, well, I used to think that I liked guys.
Oh.
And I was like, please say more. And he's like, I used to think I liked guys, but then I watched gay porn, and I really wasn't into it. And I was like, dude, this is their first date.
You sound like one.
This is amazing.
Dude,
yeah, because I am like one. That's why I can say all this shit.
Wow.
I've been told by doctors that I am a certain kind of retarded. Now, they didn't say it like that.
I don't think they said it like that.
But if I am one, I could say it.
What kind of doctors were you going to? Retarded ones?
But I'm saying, I have enough mental disabilities that I can say retard, just like if you're like 3/4 black, you can say their word.
Yeah.
You know.
So I can't say, like, the R word, right? But you can.
Also, I'm not Australian, but I didn't know an Australian once.
Okay.
So I can say the A word. No, so anyway, so he's like, yeah, I used to think, and because the girl's like, yeah, I think I like girls and boys. And I was like, oh, this is the best
girl
first
did?
date. Yeah, the pretty one. I was like, I kept watching just in case it showed her, like, going down on a fucking retarded chick. You know, I wanted to see that. But it didn't. I only watched 3 episodes.
Instead of 69, it's like 37. I don't know what that would mean.
They're 37ing.
But anyways.
Yeah, they're 47ing.
Yeah.
So that's the most commonly referenced joke on this podcast.
47?
Yeah.
Yeah, that, and then, like, you know, of course.
Racist stuff.
Well, yeah, there's racist stuff, but then also, like, you know, baby deaths and stuff, you know?
Yeah. So anyway.
You know, like normal things that people just talk about every day.
Well, I mean, you know, we have to be... You have to have, like, us here. Okay, so when it would introduce these people, right? So it'll, like, show a certain couple of them for each episode. So when it introduces them, it'll say, like, a few things about them.
Like, here's James, right? He's got 47 chromosomes. All to love you with, right?
47 chromosomes, almost all of that pure dick. 47 chromosomes of dick.
Yeah.
So... they all have haircuts like Pete Rose.
Anyways.
I'm just saying, retards always get the Pete Rose haircut. I don't know. One of them, okay, so they introduce them, right? And they'll say, like...
Is there like a spotlight on them and they walk out like it's a basketball game?
No, it's all post-production. So they'll be walking, they're like...
Yeah, because it probably took a long time to record.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, they're just...
They're like, no, stand here. Like,
yeah.
Put your tongue back in your mouth. Right?
Yeah. Stop, like, nibbling on her nipples. Y'all are trying to eat it. Because you would think, because these are grown people. These are people when they're...
And they're told they're supposed to go there to, like, date the other person.
And they've never had sex or anything like that. So they're, like, horny as, like, a high school kid. But they're adults. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, and their parents are usually,
like freakishly strong. Oh, wait, hold on. What are we talking about? I thought we were just picking up their traits.
So anyway, so this guy's walking up and is like, this is Mark.
Okay.
Anyway, he's like, this is Mark. He's 24 years old. He likes dinosaurs, trains.
Oh gosh.
And he doesn't like bananas.
What?
I swear to God.
He doesn't like bananas.
He doesn't. I get okay. Like, some people just don't like bananas. The fact that when they say...
The other one thinks he used to like bananas.
Just imagine, though, if you're going on to, like, you're talking to production crew on this show you're on, and they're like, just tell us a few things about yourself. You name one odd food you just don't like. You're like, I'm more into Miracle Whip than mayonnaise. You know what I mean? Like, It must be that he's like scared of bananas. Actually, and this is why
Scared of it.
I'm telling you, listen to this. This is why I don't feel bad making fun of these people. The whole point of the show is to make fun of them. They'll never admit it, but it clearly is, because what did you think would happen when you show retards dating?
When you show retards doing anything.
Anything.
You know what I mean?
Why don't we put a couple
she's
in
washing
Congress?
dishes. She can't reach the faucet.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So he doesn't like bananas. And it even shows like a little dramatization every once in a while. So it's
Are they like short or are they like full size?
No, these are autistic. These aren't Down syndrome. So they're smart. A lot of them are like...
Man, I want like, big faces.
Yeah, I know.
You know, like...
It would be better.
Was there a midget retard?
No, there was one that was real short.
Yeah.
But, no, but...
I'm like, oh yeah.
But these are autistic. Some of them are... For the most part, they're average intelligence, and some are actually real smart. But they're like socially... You know how autistic people are. They're like rocking back and forth and scratching their leg or something. Mm-hmm. So anyway, so it would show a dramatization. So it would say, this is Mark. And it would the screen would get blurry, and it would list his he doesn't like bananas, he likes dinosaurs. Just spoiler alert, all autistic people like dinosaurs and trains for some reason. I don't know why. So, and it showed a little dramatization. It's like he does not like bananas. And it showed a dramatization of somebody running with a banana and a guy running away from it. So I think he doesn't like bananas the way that some people don't like rattlesnakes. You know what I mean? Yeah. Another one was
no, you bite it. It doesn't bite you.
Yeah.
Right?
Another one. It introduced this dude, and it said things he likes, and it's obviously it's dinosaurs, trains. They don't have to say it. They're like D's and T's, right? Dinosaurs and trains. He also likes the sound of some...
The retard essentials.
Yeah. I mean, it goes without saying. One of the things that he liked was the sound of a certain kind of bird eating. I shit you not. That's one of the things he likes.
A weird thing.
A weird thing.
So this one guy just said fucking bananas, right? And I think this guy is bananas. Right?
All of their brains are banana pudding.
I've never heard of bird eating.
Who knew it made a sound?
If a bird's in a forest and it's eaten, right?
Even if I just assume...
I don't want to know. Right?
No, he likes that.
Oh, he likes it,
yeah. So...
What? So he likes trains.
Dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs, right? Yeah. And he likes a certain, a parakeet. What does he not like, though?
I don't remember that specific one. All of them... It's he doesn't like you to touch his cheek or something like that. Because they have tactile sensory issues, which I have to some extent, and I think everybody does to some extent, and some more than others. You know how you just, if you put on a shirt that feels a certain way on you, you can't concentrate on anything all day? Well, I'm saying a lot of people are like that.
No.
Again, I can say retarded.
I was like, what?
But they have tactile issues like that. So a lot of them he doesn't like, polyester clothes or whatever, which that's a fairly normal thing.
Yeah. It's
fairly normal to not like bananas. Just when somebody asks you to say a few things about yourself, you say 3, and one of them is that you don't like bananas. That's weird, right? If you told me to tell a few things about myself, until I got to a food I don't like, it would be hundreds into the list.
Yeah.
It's a few things. Well, I'm this tall. Went to this school. You know what I mean? None of it. So anyway, there's another one. I think he would be your favorite because he kind of reminded me of you a little bit. There was something about his sensibilities that made me think of you. He was pretty bad.
Bad?
He would say something hilarious. But he wasn't trying to be funny at all. He's just...
Oh, that's how they are.
Yeah, because, his parents are there, and this is, a grown man.
His parents are there at the date with him?
No, but they're at his house interviewing him.
Even worse.
Yeah. Yeah, his mom's remember, long strokes, in and out. Right?
Yeah.
They don't like short strokes. So they're at his house, and there's, There's this lady whose job is to teach tards how to date or something. I don't... That's got to be a weird job, but... So she's talking to him, and she's like, so what are some of your strengths or whatever? And he's like, and he talks way too loud and monotone. You know what I mean? He's like, I'm really good at reading people. I can tell if somebody's good or bad, whatever. And she's like, oh, good, yeah. Because, that's the thing that they can't do. These autists, they can't, read people. Like if they're telling you a story about trains and you're just like, they don't like read the cue that you're bored out of your mind.
Yeah.
So, and she said,
"Gonna keep going."
Yeah, like me.
We're like, yeah, like listeners.
So she's like, she says like, you know, what is it that you're like looking for out of a partner or whatever? And he goes on this long thing, and it's like, I want to respect her and this and that. And one day when I'm dead and people ask her what's the greatest part of her life, she would say me. And I was like, God, this dude's giving it a lot of thought. When he jerks off, his like fantasies in his head go past his own lifespan.
God dang, yeah.
You know,
he's like, my great grandkids.
Yeah. So he
we'll have a statue of me.
He says something at one point during the interview with the lady. Like I said, his parents were there, and she's like, well, what do you think, like, why is it that you think like people want to date and stuff? And he's like, I think because people want to get together so they can have sexual intercourse. And his parents are like, all right, we're gonna go in the other room. But he's not like 11, he's like 30.
Yeah.
You know, but he doesn't think like it's gonna be funny if I say this.
Yeah.
Or it's gonna be odd or weird if I say.
That's what he thinks.
It's like, this is.
Or he's been told that.
Well, he's not wrong.
Yeah.
You know, you go on dates so girls will like give it up, right? But just to say it so blatantly and loud like that in front, and he doesn't like smirk or smile or nothing. He's just like, what? So they end up hooking him up with this chick who's way worse off than him, and he just freezes up. He's trying to talk to her, and he's just like, and she'll be like, so what do you like to do? And he's like, I don't like.
Really?
It's like, just say anything except bananas, I guess.
What a retard.
Yeah.
She was clearly into him.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I'm thinking the whole time, dude, if you could just fake it a little, you could fuck all these retarded girls. I'm not saying I would. I'm just saying. There was one that was, like I said, the one that was kind of pretty looked real young, though. Even though they're like, she's 26 or something, but she was like real thin, and it would be weird to fuck her besides the fact that she's retarded.
See, when you said retards, I was thinking like,
Down syndrome.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's DTF.
Not like, yeah.
She's DAF, Downs as fuck. No, but the thing is, though, it's like they say love on the spectrum because, like, autism is a spectrum. Some people are like Rain Man, and then some people are like just, they come across as being like rude, or they come across as like they don't understand how people see them, maybe. Like they seem fairly normal, but they're like real open and honest.
Okay.
Like too, you know what I mean? Like too open, not like you're sitting on a date and.
Yeah, I know. I watched that one movie or that one show. I can't remember what it's called. It was good. He likes penguins.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I
He's
like
one.
that one. Yeah,
he's one. But they some of them are really like they walk all retarded and they have to have a handler. I mean, you know, there's a guy with a whip holding a chair, making sure they don't attack kids. You know what I mean? Like there's some that are that bad, but. It was such a good show.
Those are the ones that should just be put down.
Put down, yeah.
I mean, or put them in a cage.
Yeah.
Right?
If you
throw like raw meat at them,
you understand it though, because like me and you are both dads. You have kids. Your kids inevitably like there's a problem they have or something like that. Now imagine if those problems were like 100-fold.
Yeah, like you got them in some kind of weird stretcher. Yeah, everywhere you gotta go. There's those people that take their kid and they're in that weird like Stephen Hawking, you know.
Yeah, you're trying to eat Mexican food, and he's like,
yeah,
you know?
And they're like, so anyways, right?
You just want to, like, throw some chimichangas
You're like, I was
into
4 knuckles in, and he's over there, like, trolling, right? And everyone's hearing him shit.
Yeah, it's like, look, I get it that you love your kid. I appreciate that. I love my kid, too.
Yeah.
Just don't take him where people eat. Everything about him is the antithesis of enjoying a meal.
Yeah, because they freak out and start yelling.
They yell, they drool, they fart and shit on themselves.
Yeah.
They always just smell like piss.
Yeah.
Because you know how, like, if you have to change an adult or like a teenager's diapers, you're not going to change it every time. You're just going to wait till they shit to change it.
You know, that's got to be like a big deal. Going out in the public with that, you know what I mean?
Oh, those people, like, as much as we're making jokes, I respect the shit out of people that have kids like that and have to...
And they, like, do it. They didn't, like, off of, like, 300, like, kick them into the pit. You know what I mean?
If they had a pit around, they would have, for sure.
He's like, next!
Just release the brakes slowly on his wheelchair.
Anyway.
But it is like so okay, so like when you have a kid, your kids are old enough now. Like if you go somewhere and they're causing a problem, you can discipline them or they know better or whatever. Mm-hmm. But you know, like when you have a baby and you go out to eat with other people and the baby's crying or like keeps knocking their shit down.
You're like,
think how
fucking kill you.
Yeah, it's either you or me. Like I want to kill myself or you. I wish I had just never fucked your mom. That's how in this moment, that's how much I hate this. Yeah. Now imagine if that.
And then when you tell them that, all they do is keep crying.
Yeah. I should have nutted on her back. You worthless. Yeah. So then those people, though, that becomes their life. Mm-hmm. If you have one of those kids that has.
You're like, I want a blood test.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine?
In a restaurant. It's just,
somebody's like, that was so rude.
Your wife's like, family's around.
Right? The wife's like, he's asked for one all the time.
Yeah.
But that is their life. Your whole life is
like,
taking care of that kid.
The results are pending. Right? But anyways.
Yeah, but that is those people that have those types of kids. Even on that show I'm watching where they're autistic.
Is one of those there?
No.
Oh God.
There's some close.
He's blinking his eyelids and he's like, I want to,
He's just got a fucking. He's just got a huge boner.
It's got like a flag on the end of it.
Well, I'm thinking it's gonna get to that on that show. I've only listened.
They're gonna be doing it?
No, but I think they're gonna show. Because right now they're just going. They'll like go on a date with a guy.
He's gonna show her tits.
I hope so.
It's not gonna.
I hope so. But one always wears low cut shirts, which is good because her face is hard to look at. You know how Australians always have that long face? She has that. And then she also is, a little bit off. So it's like, she's normal though. She's like the one that, when you're watching the show, she's not the prettiest, but she's the one that you're like, okay, if I had to date and hang out with one of these people, it would probably be, because even though they're all into like anime and like the kind of video games that I can't stand.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. So, they're on a date, and every single date starts with, so what do you like? And it's like, it's either like anime or like StarCraft or whatever, some kind of dumb games they play. And then they start to loosen up because like, oh, I like that too. Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Like how you
like, and trains.
Yeah. How do you feel about trains? Yeah. They all look
like, well, do you have a friend?
But there is one guy that I think is faking it because it's a couple. They've been together for years now, like 4 or 5 years, and the girl seems like she's like relatively normal. Probably has like a job, at the dollar store stocking shelves, where those people work. He drives the bus, like a city bus.
God, what?
And I made a joke.
You are dead because of him.
I know, but I think he's faking it. I made a joke, like kind of in my head. I was watching it alone. I was like, oh, he's got to be bummed out that he's working on the bus and he loves trains. He says it. I thought it was too on the nose.
He said that.
I made that joke like in my head. I thought that. And then a few minutes later, he's like, yeah, at first. Well, he's not that messed up. But he's like, at first, working on he's like, it sucks because like the buses are kind of bland and boring and I really like trains. And it's like, he really said the thing.
Yeah.
And then he's like, hey, you want to say something?
He's like,
I keep doing the voice.
He's like, you have to turn. I just want to go straight and backwards. Right?
I want the road to turn for me.
Yeah.
I keep doing the voice, even though, like I said, I think this guy's a faker, but
he's like fake. Like,
dude, I think that he is. I think he got diagnosed as being autistic when he was a kid. Look, I was.
They're like, no, his teacher said artistic.
Yeah.
Right? Now he's fucking all these retarded chicks.
Yeah.
Right?
He's just fake drools. I know that's fake drool. So
he's like that doofy off of a scary movie.
Yeah.
Right? All of a sudden he's walking normal.
Yeah.
Slicks his hair back.
Like, he is though, like he's fairly he just seems like a little goofy, which is not that big of a thing. But he lives with this chick and every time they talk, he's like being all like creepy. Not creepy, it's his girlfriend, but he's like, they're like, so what do you like about Jenny? And he's like, I really like her body, and it's like, she has a really nice body.
Oh, he's like, yeah. It sounds like he's a little more,
He's just some dude fucking his retarded girl.
Yeah.
He's like, them titties ain't retarded. It's David Tell's joke, but we say it about once every 10 episodes because it's perfect. But, he lives with this girl, and she is relatively normal compared to some of the other droolers on the show.
Droolers?
But you could tell she's...
That's what they're called. It's like on The Walking Dead, there's like walkers. Yeah. They all got their names. You got different names for retarded people.
So he seems too normal. I think he just, like I
Chrome's
said,
Mahomes.
you're really stuck on them having Down syndrome.
Yeah. I wish. I wish they did.
It's all the same.
You know, maybe that's season 2.
Dude, if this, I'm telling you.
Season 47. I don't know the show's going to go that long. They don't last. Okay, anyway.
This show is so good, it's going to keep going.
Yeah.
I wonder, though, do you think there are people watching it because it's, like, sweet?
It's not like the show.
Or is
like,
everybody watching it as a comedy?
The MTV show where they pull up in a van, there's like 4 guys in there, they're all going to go to the same chick. This is a handicap van.
I was trying to say it. I was doing sign language on an audio podcast because I couldn't get the joke out.
Oh.
They pull up on the little short bus.
Where one gets up, he's like, now it's my turn. And he goes out there, you know? And she's like, next. Yeah, it was next. Yeah.
Yeah, next.
Oh.
But it's also, it's like The Bachelor, but instead of giving them a rose, they give them a sticky half-eaten sucker or something.
Oh, that's nasty.
Everything. You ever touch one of their hands, they're always like sticky and just like
I don't
stuck
get near
to
them.
But so the one guy's faking it, I think. The one there's like the pretty kind of girl.
He's like, she won't be faking it.
Yeah,
she's normal afterwards.
He just fucked her.
He's like the good luck Chuck of retarded people.
But he drives the bus. He drives like the city bus. And I just don't. I honestly think he's faking it just to get some of that sweet tard puss.
Yeah, maybe want to be famous too.
Just to be on TV. But they've been together for years. Or he said that.
That he's been what?
They've been like together for years.
He's been with the chick that he met on there?
Yeah, for like 4 years.
How long has this show been going on?
No, they're just in the show to show a successful relationship.
Oh.
So most of the show is trying
He's been dating this like retarded chick for years.
He proposed on the bus.
Oh shit.
Oh, I didn't even tell you the best part. So he's driving the bus and
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're a little far in.
They're all spoiled.
Yeah.
Like, it's like spoiled milk. This is spoiled cum made them. He's driving the bus. They're filming him for the show, right? Okay. And he's like, "Oh, I gotta show you." Ah, damn it! I keep doing the voice. He's like, "I gotta show you. I want to show you this. This is our dream house we've been wanting to buy." And he goes, it's one of those playhouses. He goes to this house and he's like, "I really like it because right across it is the train, so you can sit and watch the trains go by."
He found out that like retards like the train, and he really pushed it.
He pushed the train thing too hard.
Yeah,
I really think he's faking because the other ones love trains too. Trust me, they all love trains, but they don't. It's like they know.
I think I know my son ain't retarded.
You don't like trains?
Yeah, I mean, hey, look, there's a train. He just like looks, so he's like, oh yeah. You know, I'm like, yes.
It's like that
That's
scene.
a test. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you show it to
someone
him.
gets like overly excited about, I like drove one. I used to ride.
Your son should like worship you if he was retarded.
Shit, yeah.
But I think that faker guy though, he's got diagnosed when he was like 10 or something. Like I said, so did I. It doesn't.
He got out of it. Yeah.
Well, it doesn't mean it. It's just that I have mental things, and at that time,
him.
Yeah, him. But I'm saying. At that time, he's, I guess, like in his 30s, and at a certain time, they would say a lot of people had autism. Mm-hmm. It was just like, oh, he's kind
of like now with Corona.
Yeah, it's like he's kind of weird. He's autistic, so he just ran with it. And he's
Everybody's got a gun.
Decent. His girlfriend's not like pretty or anything, but she's like, you could tell, like she's just like a girl. You know what I mean? Like she doesn't look all fucked up. Mm-hmm. So I wish they had more like just hot ones.
That's the Australian girl.
I mean, they're all Australian.
No, the one he's with?
He's not with, like, the hot one. But,
he's like, I might be.
Yeah, he's trying to move up.
Yeah.
So, but all it is like, it's like a blind date, and then they get a chance to date again. Well, the one guy that I said reminded me of you, he goes to Comic-Con, like, whatever they call it over there. And that's his date, because he goes with this date with this girl, and it goes really bad. Like, neither one of them are talking, and she's like, I think I'm going to go now. And she just leaves, and he's like, oh, that didn't go well. He's all dressed up, he's got a suit and tie on. He looks so stupid. Oh, shit. Anyway, he just putting them in a suit and tie is funny. So
they couldn't do it themselves.
There's no way he did his own tie. So anyway, so she leaves. So he stays in touch with her, and he's like, hey, I know you like the comic thing or whatever, and so do I, so we'll go to Comic-Con. So they go, and he's dressed up. He's dressed up like the skipper from Gilligan's Island. He's kind of a chubby guy, and he's got the blue shirt, he's got the little hat on.
Oh, yeah.
But it's not like the right hat, it's some black. It's like those ones that those dominatrix guys wear, you know?
Gosh.
And he's wearing that, and she's dressed like, so I don't know what she was dressed like. But the reason he wanted to go was because Mary Ann or something from the Gilligan's Island was going to be there signing shit. So he's got an in. He's got TV cameras. He could probably. So anyway, so he's talking to this little retarded girlfriend that he's on a date with, and then all of a sudden he's like, he just completely ignores her and walks away, and he's like staring, just pure joy on his face. He sees the setup for, so he just abandons her, and he goes and hangs out with Mary Ann and takes pictures, and he does like she signs his book or something, and he even tells the retarded girl before they get there, he's like. She's like, who are you? He's like, I'm the skipper. She's like, oh, what's that off of? And he's like,
yeah,
he's like,
because he loved it.
He is obsessed with Gilligan's Island. So he's like, you've never seen Gilligan's Island? Now, they're both like in their 20s, maybe 30. Mm-hmm. It's perfectly normal for a girl in her 20s to not know Gilligan's Island. Yeah. But to him, it's like what it would be like if you don't know like what Marvel comics are or something.
But those like retarded people like that or whatever, they like get stuck on one thing.
Hyper focus.
You know, and then like that's what they love.
Hyper focus. If you could just. So here's the thing. So they all like trains. They all like dinosaurs, right? Mm-hmm. But none of them are paleontologists or conductors.
That's like you're like, all right, they breathe, they eat, they like trains, they like dinosaurs, right? That's all of them.
But if they're telling you that all shit comes before breathing and eating,
yeah.
But they're not. None of
like
them.
Trains.
But none of them are paleontologists, even though they know everything that they've read everything about dinosaurs.
Yeah.
So
I mean, we gotta be like book smart.
They are smart though.
Like book smart.
And what I'm saying is, they are. It doesn't. Being autistic doesn't affect your intelligence. It affects your. What's the word I'm looking for?
Yeah. See.
Your social intelligence. Okay. I do have bad social intelligence. Remember, like when me and you used to go do things a lot together, like before we were married or whatever.
That sounds pretty fucking weird.
Remember when we used to butt fuck?
Girls used to say that too. Remember we used to do stuff before we got married?
Yeah.
Right? We never do anything now. We just stay at home.
But like if we had to go in and pay a bill or something, you went in. Mm-hmm. If we had to like talk to somebody about something important, you talked.
Yeah.
Right. So because I don't have the same level of social intelligence.
Yeah, because they're like, you got your Tim 40 and your whatever, and you're like, I like trains.
I just run out crying.
Like, what? Oh, he likes trains. I don't know.
But I don't have the same social intelligence you have. I am. That's why I got diagnosed with all this crazy shit and all that stuff. I get myself into these weird situations where I get overindulged in something. If I like something, I get way too. You know that. Mm-hmm. There are certain subjects that I can sit and talk for 14 straight hours on.
They're like, yeah, retards.
yeah.
You're like, you're one of them.
But they are
trying to like convert me or something.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I'm not going over there.
No, so I'm like that, like slightly in some way.
Retardism. Tardism.
These people are that times a million.
Would it be tardism?
Tardism?
Right. They're like, I think it's autism.
I think we're tardists.
Autism.
Right? No, not tardists. No, because racists aren't blackists. No. So we're not tardists. We're like...
They're like, damn straight.
We're like intelligentists. But no, but my point was, these people aren't unintelligent. A lot of them are super smart, and they're all like average intelligence. Being autistic doesn't affect your actual intelligence, but you can't be out on a dig site digging up dinosaurs and
sounds like I got you offended.
And you start but you can't
struck a nerve there.
You can't be out there digging for dinosaurs with all the other professional paleontologists, and then you start having a panic attack and like fighting because somebody touched you with a brush. You know what I mean? And that's what would happen. Yeah. That's why that guy may know everything about dinosaurs, but he can't actually work on dinosaurs. No. They're not going to trust him in a museum. No. You know, the night at the museum would be real interesting if they let that guy take over. You know what I mean? And then trains, like that one's obvious.
Yeah.
You know, you don't want a guy with hyper focus on learning about trains driving a train.
They put him in the caboose.
Yeah.
Oh, he's shoveling coal, right? I don't think they do that no more.
No, but they let him. They just got
in the caboose.
They just got a pile of coal.
He's like, I know it don't work like this.
When he gets done, they're like, all right, now shovel it back to where it was. He just shovels coal back and forth. He gets black lung. He's already got black brain. So,
All right. Anyways,
you need to watch the show so that we can talk more about it next week.
I don't know. I don't like retard shows.
Dude, you can't not like
No,
it.
I like fake ones, like it's a story made out. But if it's like real, I don't know. I don't know if I
Pretend it's
can
fake.
get
Well,
it.
that one guy's faking it. Just watch his
I
scenes.
can't get it. I don't know if I can get it.
He's just getting that tart
I gotta
puss.
try it. See, you always got into like the little people, Big Planet, or whatever the fuck it's called. You know,
Little People, Big World. That's another one. I thought of that last night when I was watching this show.
the roll-offs.
Yeah.
Right?
Such a good name. It's how they get off beds. Their name is how they get off beds. It'd be like if your name
It
was...
clearly like made him up. You know what I mean?
That'd be like if your name was Sit on the Edge and then Stand Up. Hey, Dwight, sit on the edge and then stand up. They roll off. That's how they get off couches and everything.
Oh shit!
I started-
one do it. The one Mini-Me.
Yeah.
Well, I got to see him at Comic-Con years ago, and it was on that couch. I was wondering the whole time, how's he gonna get off of this thing?
He's real
Because-
little, like his feet didn't even hang off.
Yeah, he was like, his feet weren't at the edge of the thing. He looked like he was like a 4-year-old.
Yeah.
And then and it wasn't like a big couch, but when he got off of it, he like rolled over on his stomach and like
he would
scooted.
disagree with that.
He like scooted. You know what
That's
I
how
mean?
they get off.
I was like, what?
So I started watching.
His head was like at people's, like a little bit of people's knees.
Yeah, he's like less than 3
He's
feet
dead.
tall.
He's dead now.
Yes.
But I mean, like, you
Just
know,
put him in a matchbox.
it's no more me.
I'm
now,
almost
right?
positive we made that joke.
It's no more me. It's no more me.
Anyway, so I started watching Little People, Big World years ago to make fun of them.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh, look at these fucking little people. They're fucking retarded.
That guy's got those like sticks that he puts on his arms because he can't, you know. You know.
I mean, I thought this is prime.
Or else he'd have to roll off everything.
Yeah. So I started watching that because I thought I was like, oh, I can make fun of these guys. It'll be hilarious. And then I started liking it. I was like, I came to like know the characters, and it was no longer, at some point, I was never making fun of them anymore. I was just like, oh, I wonder what they're up to now.
Yeah.
I wonder if that'll happen with this Love After Lockup. That's a different show.
My wife watches
Love on the
one.
Spectrum.
It's got some other retards on it.
Let her. She'll love it, dude.
No, this is religious retards.
Some of these might
Like
be.
I don't mean like they're like like Jesus. No, they're not like that. I mean they're just like
They're just
retarded
religious.
because they're religious. Yeah. You know that one family that they're all like, you know. Did you ever watch any of those?
You're not giving me
Where
enough.
all those chicks were hot.
You're not giving me enough details. Like that
It's-
one family
They got like
wearing Get
19
Out.
kids or something like
And
that.
counting?
Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. But anyways, they're like crazy religious.
I don't remember anybody being
now.
hot on that.
There's all the chicks are, but it's like there's like all these spin-offs, roll-offs. I know you're gonna say it. No, anyways, there's all these roll-offs that have other shows, and it's like this couple, they're doing this.
How was
in
there never a
California.
roll-off spinoff? There might have been.
Yeah, I mean there has to be now because they're split up.
Yeah.
You know.
Do you think he's getting any other little puss?
Maybe
He's
maybe
famous
a
now.
different
I bet he can fuck any midget in the world.
one. Maybe any retard too, though. You know what I mean?
There's no way you can legally let them breed. A retarded person and a midget.
You're like, what are you doing? You
Yeah.
know?
I mean, look, he's short, but he's like smart. You can't mix short with dumb. He's just walking around stumbling. Yeah, you can't do it.
Yeah, but those other ones aren't retarded. You already said that, right?
Well, I mean, I said they are intelligent. They're still retarded. When you're sitting on a date, and I didn't even tell you this. There was
Do any
another.
of the chicks like trains?
Not
or
that
is it just the dudes?
Not that it ever said, but I mean, maybe it just goes without saying.
Yeah.
Of course, I like trains. Well, why would you ask me something so stupid? I hate bananas. I love trains. Come on, let's keep it moving.
Like none of us like bananas. We
Yeah.
all love trains,
Yeah.
right?
So
I see a banana on a train, it ruins my day.
I don't even like to think about it.
A yellow train. It's going around a curve.
Yeah, she just has a meltdown. So this one group was on a date.
Mm-hmm.
This boy and girl. I don't remember which ones it was now, but I remember that. So she's like, so how do you feel about things or whatever? They just ask a simple date question, and the guy's like, well, I'd really like to grow together and be in love and have kids and get married. The first conversation he's ever had with this girl, and she's like, you can see her looking all panicked. And then she's like, oh, yeah, that's cool. And then it just cuts to, like, after the date, and she's like, that guy was a little too intense,
Wow.
The first time he ever talked to her, he's like, I'd like to have kids, and,
He's saying the things that he probably what he's supposed to say, like the things he's supposed to say.
Well, he's also, it's like, he's saying the truth. That's probably what he wants, because he's never even dated a chick before, and he's in his 20s. Mm-hmm. So it's like his biological clock is ticking, and that's what he wants. He wants to have a family and kids and things. Yeah. But you don't say that. Right. That's like if you meet a hot girl, and she's like, "What do you want to do?" You're like, "I want to bend you over and fuck you."
Yeah.
And then shoot a load on your back. And then not talk to you for a couple of days.
She's like, well, can we get drinks first?
Yeah. So somebody would be like, why would you say that? It's like, well, she asked me what I want to do. That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
Of course it is. That's what we all want to do.
Yeah.
We all want to do that, but you never say it.
So like a lot of guys already have. Right?
Yeah, she's pretty wore out. She's like a train tunnel down there.
Anyways.
So,
but even a roll-off's been in there.
So the cum just rolls off her back.
He had a step stool, though.
Yeah.
But, anyways.
We've had a real, disabilities heavy episode.
Yeah. Let's keep it going, right?
If this episode has, way more downloads than the last few, then I know there's a lot of fucking bad people out there.
I'm sure they are.
I'm telling you, though, when you watch that show, you need to watch the show for the sake of our show, you will agree that the point of it is making fun of them. Mm-hmm. There's no way it's not.
You know, they're probably like, all right, break. They're like...
There's things that happen.
Come off to the side. They're like, I can't believe you said that. I can't believe you said roll. We don't want to miss it. We don't want to miss it, right?
There's things that happen. There's no way the people behind the scenes aren't laughing.
Yeah.
Unless everybody that works in a production has a kid that has similar issues.
What's the chances, though? They all happen to have.
It looks
like the boom guy. You know what I mean? Like he's like feeding crackers to a kid. He lets the kid on the boom. He's like licking it.
Just a little retard getting shocked by boom mic cords.
Oh shit!
It as far as I know, I don't know a lot about Australian people, but it seems like a lot of them are kind of messed up. I mean, on that show, everybody that it features is retarded. I don't know if that was on purpose. What if the show originally was just about dating in Australia, and then when they were starting to do cut footage together, they're like, all these people are autistic. Yeah. And they're like, well, I guess we'll change it to Love on the Spectrum.
Maybe that's where they came up with
it. Was going to be Love Down Under. Australia.
All right.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Isn't it Love Down Under, but what you're under is the average IQ? That was better than it got.
What's it called?
Love on the Spectrum.
Oh. Love Down Under?
Yeah.
Sounds pretty bad.
Some guys like, I'd love to go down under on you. But the mixture of Australian accents are like...
Right in your crocky.
I'd like to put my shrimp in your barbie.
Okay, anyway.
They fuck Barbies. But Australians' accent is so, intense. They have...
Yeah, mine got stuck on the GPS. I changed it because I was like, oh, that'll be pretty cool.
She's like, take a left, cunt.
Yeah,
You're like, all right.
I think it was a girl, actually. But you had to have, hook up to Wi-Fi to change it. All right, and every time I needed to change it, I wasn't, thinking about it, right? I didn't have Wi-Fi. So when I get home, I had Wi-Fi, I had to change it. So it was like, I couldn't understand her.
I know. And she kept calling you a cunt. That's what they say. I want to hear one of those tards say it.
Yeah.
I'd like to sniff your cunt.
I think I can kind of sound like that a little bit.
I think I can do Australian
and retards.
Decent. Yeah. Oh, I'm good at that.
Yeah.
I'm good at the retard. But
it comes naturally?
Yeah, because the voice you normally hear me talking in is me doing a voice.
Yeah.
But these Australians, though, the mix of an Australian accent with the speech patterns of autistic people is...
It's like a perfect storm.
TV gold. I mean, I can't even do it.
Yeah.
But it's so good. I told you, on some of them, it almost cancels out. Some of them, the more their speech is...
There's a couple Australian ones on there?
The whole show is in Australia.
All of them?
Yeah. One's even Australian Asian.
Christ.
So what's that? Asian, Australian, autistic?
Asian one, wow.
He's Asian, and his you know how you always have the stereotype that Asian dads push their kids and stuff? Mm-hmm. His dad seems
like knock them down.
no,
he's like, you piece of shit.
Practice the violin and make all straight A's. His dad seems so the opposite of that. He seems so loving and but I think when you have a kid with any kind of disabilities, there's two ways you can go. You can either abandon them or become a very good, loving parent. Because they all seem to have good parents.
With Asian ones or Australian?
No, autistic or just any disability.
I was like,
well, you remember when your kid was born and he didn't have like any kind of like, he wasn't retarded, but you had a lot of issues, right?
Mm-hmm.
He had a lot of issues as he was like a baby and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you think that in some ways that like strengthened your like resolve, or maybe in some ways might have even made you a better person? Having such...
Nope.
You abandoned him. At least he's not Australian. That's
Still
all
lives with me.
He's not Australian. That's the only reason he still lives with
like
you.
8 years later. Right.
But the accents are amazing. The way they talk is amazing, because it's just like,
I'm gonna check it out for that, because I do like accents.
you know how in Australia, like yes and no both have a Y in them. You know, they're like no,
They do got weird.
no.
We've been watching. I know you're gonna hate it, but Lost.
Ugh.
And there's a couple Australians on there because they go to Australia, and then like they're
They get
coming back
lost
from
there?
like Sydney, and that's when it happens.
They get lost.
Huh? Well, their plane crashes. Yeah. But anyways, they're coming back from Australia. Like a lot of shit was going on in Australia, and they're coming back from it. Anyway, so it's like there's a couple of people in it that are from there, and it's just like, I'm like,
no,
I'm like, die already.
no, the plane's
what I mean?
going down, mate.
Yes, they talk like that.
Ugh.
It's like, why are they moving their mouth like that? Is it because of one of those dangerous fucking spiders there bit them or something? You know what I mean? Like what? Like venom is just going through there, so their faces do this.
Australia is, if you're a white person and you're racist against like dark skinned people, just look at Australia and realize we have to claim them. We're
See,
no better than them.
Here's what's great. All right, Margot Robbie.
No.
Margot Robbie.
Is she
right?
one?
Yes.
Ugh.
Yeah. All right. Eric Bana, the Hulk, the first
no,
Hulk.
he's one.
Yeah, he was one. Horrible, dude. That's a horrible one. Yeah, because on Funny People,
He's that.
she's making fun of him on there. But
No.
I mean, I'm guessing he really is, right?
I just keep saying
that
with
was
Australia.
too strong on there, but
Yeah, he was Australian. Because
Yeah.
remember, he's always talking about how Australian rules football is better than American football.
on that,
On what?
yeah, on that he could have been just doing the accent. That was too fucking good.
But why would they make
He's
him
not that good of
Australian?
an actor.
No, but Australians are the lowest class of the white, and I think it's why we are kind of popular in Australia, because we're on their like.
Oh yeah,
So we're Australians.
not anymore.
I'll be disappointed if I keep seeing Australia come up on our listeners.
Damn.
No, obviously we're making fun of. If it wasn't a retarded American show, it would still be pretty good. But the fact that they're in Australia, who knew people there? You ever have that like?
No.
Who knew they had like retarded people in Australia? You never really think
Yeah, they
about
have
it.
retarded people everywhere.
Of course, you know they do, but you never thought about it.
Yeah.
You never thought about how funny it is to hear a retarded Australian
I've
talk.
never thought about it until today. Yeah.
But now it's all you can think about, right?
Yeah. I do want to check it out just so I can hear one.
Well, you need to watch a little bit of it just so next time we talk about it, you need to see the characters. I want to know.
The characters?
Yeah.
Like it's like all made up.
Look, I'm gonna Google a picture of the hot one and just see what you think.
Okay.
I don't know any of their names, but she'll come up.
You're like hot Australian retard.
And it comes up first.
It says error. There aren't any.
There are no hot Australians.
It's got error with a Y in it.
This is the one that I said reminds me of you.
Okay.
Just look at his face. Like, just look at the look on his face. You know he's
Okay.
not all there. That's him talking to the therapist. Look at him. These are still pictures. That's the couple. That's the one I think is faking. See, she's not bad looking, right?
Okay, well, they can't.
She's clearly faking.
All right.
He's clearly faking. Anyway, I just wanted to show you. That's the one standing up. You like skinny chicks. But if you're listening to
I like
this...
retarded ones. Right?
I like retarded ones.
Yeah.
You imagine if your wife was really retarded, the shit you could do and get away with? Just change it into like telling the dishes or like train cars. You know, she's always washing the dishes. Look, it's a train. You put it in the rack and, you know, just make something up. They'll believe anything. You know? Just don't let her see bananas.
I guess.
But if you're listening to this and you haven't seen that show, you need to go watch it because it's such a good show.
Yeah, Love Down Under.
I was watching it last night by myself, like completely alone. Everybody else
Laughing?
was asleep. I mean, laughing out loud.
Wow.
Like
You were LOLing.
I was like, like it was so good, so funny. I assume it was meant to be fun. There's no way they didn't know it would be funny.
What time were you watching it?
Like midnight-ish.
It's not like if you watched it at like 6, it's gonna be like you're like tearing up. not because of laughter.
There was never even a moment in it that was like, that I thought was kind of like
sincere,
heartfelt. It was just a comedy.
Yeah.
It seems to me that it was made to be funny.
Australian stuff isn't put together very well either, though.
Well, I mean, I'm sure they had Americans helping.
Yeah.
They did it on their own.
I mean, it's like, yeah.
You know, they're down under. Come on, they're way down here. We're up here.
That's
it's tomorrow there. You think they can get shit done? Like, you know what I mean?
Tomorrow there.
Yeah,
there's always behind.
Yeah,
right? It seems like they're ahead of us. But
I don't think it's tomorrow there because of like time zones. I think it's just they just fucked up. They just forgot.
Yeah,
it's Australia. It's a beautiful country. It's like this great place, and then the people there just all seem like your drunk uncle. You know what I mean? The fact that they've...
How big is it? Like, compared to, like states
real
here?
Big.
It's huge?
Yeah. I've never seen it. I don't know how big Australia is compared to here, but I know it's, like, humongous. It's the largest island on Earth. It's an island and a continent and only one country.
We're all islands.
No, we're not.
We're all an island, yeah.
Kind of.
It is. There's water around us. We're an island.
There's ice.
It's big. You don't think about it.
The top is ice, though. Is ice water?
Yes.
Yeah, kind of.
Yes, it is.
Okay, then if there's steam, does that water too?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Okay, so you're telling me if I give you a cup of steam, you're going to drink it?
Yes. I just hover over it.
Yeah.
I'll just hover over it.
But it's an island.
And let it come to me.
I don't even know how big it is, how big Australia is, but when you see it on a map, the maps always distort things, kind of. You know, for years, people didn't realize how big Africa was, because map makers make Africa smaller than it really is.
Really?
I don't know why. I think it's because they're black. They're like, yeah, black people's country can't be big, or continent.
Yeah.
Australia, I'm looking it up. Size.
Comparison?
Yeah, compared to Texas. Look at that, dude.
God!
Texas is huge.
That's huge.
What can you fit, like 5 or 6?
Yeah, at least.
Yeah, probably 5 at least. Texas is in Australia.
Wow.
It's a big fucking place, and it's just one country. That's what's weird.
Yeah.
You'd think they would have broke it up, but I think you can only live on the outer, like, inch of it. Yeah. If you step over a line.
The inside has never been touched by man.
Not white men.
Right?
You know?
If you go in there, you're never, you know.
Yeah. I think some venomous spider bit all these people's moms when they were pregnant.
It could be the island they used for Lost.
There's probably some people that are definitely... Because if you look even at a map of Australia, all the cities that, like, you've ever heard of or anything are all on the very edge. The middle is nothing. Like, nobody goes there. But, yeah, Australia is... It's the perfect show. If you're going to look for a certain country... I guess one of the Asian countries would have been good, too, to hear them with the retard accent. But it's just perfect. Australian... autistic dating show.
You'd have subtitles though. If it was in China, you know, well, they have like subtitles.
Sometimes it has it on there.
Really?
It depends on how, because like some of them it's like their speech is fucked up. Like the deaf one.
Sounds like probably all of them.
Well, I mean, some of them no. Some of them speak very clearly. Most of them do. But like the deaf one, because she's deaf,
yeah.
she talks fairly normal. But if you just listen to her for a while, it starts to like, you can like, it's like all the words.
Deaf and dumb. I mean, she's deaf and like
she
retarded,
talks,
so that's like a dumb. You know what I mean?
That's a different kind of dumb. Oh shit!
She's deaf and stupid, right?
She's deaf and retarded.
Yeah.
But she can talk, so.
They're like, those ears aren't retarded. Oh, they are.
I think it'd be funny if their tits were too. Her nipples look like crossed eyes or something.
Oh,
both of her nipples point towards the middle. You're like, those titties are retarded. Oh shit! But the guy that's faking it, the chick he's with, he says she has an amazing body. So I was like, prove it, prove it.
Okay, so anyways, this has been retarded. Right? No, so please go like, subscribe, find us on Facebook, send us an email to thebadvibe@gmail.com.
Right.
And we will send you a wristband. Right? Is that what you call them?
Yeah, wristband, bracelet thing. It's like those
bracelet.
things.
Yeah, I said bracelet last week.
I made fun of you.
Yeah.
Well, it's like those things you get for fundraisers or whatever. It says the Bad Vibe Podcast on it. If you want one...
It's for dumb raisers.
Yeah. Yeah. If you want one, email thebadvibe@gmail.com and just ask for one. But if you really want one, Like we'll give you one if you ask for it, but we really want reviews and ratings on iTunes or elsewhere.
Yeah. So, anyways, that's it.
That's it.
As always, if you're listening to this, you are the bad vibe.